Hey, so here's some sad news, did you hear about LeBron James' son?
Yeah, I did. I heard about it.
Yeah, man. He went into cardiac arrest, only 18 years old, which is crazy. Fortunately, you know, he made it, right? He lived, fortunately. Thank God for that. But that's wild, to be 18 years old. And that's what you're dealing with this
Right.
early in your career for something like that to have suddenly hit you. And you already know, man. The internet's
If
gonna
you
be the
ask
internet.
Umar, if you ask Umar Johnson, he says that white girl that did it. The prom
Exactly.
date. That's what Umar Johnson will say.
That
You know what I'm
prom date
saying?
that did
The
it to
prom
him.
date. You know what I'm saying?
The snow bunny crisis, man. The snow bunny,
Caused a crisis.
the
You know what
snow
I'm saying?
bunny
That's
crisis caused a crisis.
translated to a medical crisis, according to Doctor Umar Johnson. You
Don't
know what I'm
forget the
saying?
doctor. Don't
Yeah, the
forget the
doctor,
doctor.
because now we're dealing with the heart. You know what I'm saying?
But man, hell, we just discussed this not too long ago because Twitter is always right, Twitter is always correct, and not just Twitter, all social media platforms, man. The internet's going crazy because this happened suddenly. You
Right.
know, we all know what the only possible solution and the reasoning behind this could be, right? It's only because of that's it. That's the cause for everything these days.
Wait, because he black?
Nah, because he got that. What did you call it? Injectable immunity.
He he got that double eye. He got that injectable immunity, huh?
Yeah, he got that injectable
Ah,
immunity, and
man.
that's the cause for everything these days. You know what I mean? If you got a bad cough, you sneeze too hard, you stub your toe. Did you get the poke? You got the that's what happened. That's why it happened. So that's what everybody's running with right now, man. That's what everybody's running with. It's despite the fact that it's not. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's regular because it's not regular for an 18-year-old to go into cardiac arrest,
Here go
but
my question.
it's not uncommon for an athlete to like go into a young one too to go into cardiac arrest like that because prior to 2020 when the world was somewhat normal, you know what I mean, yeah, or at least the old normal, prior to 2020 when we were living in the old normal,
Stat
I'd
quo.
say yeah, I'd say about like once or twice a year. Like I said, it's not regular, but it's not uncommon. I say like once or twice a year, you'd hear about something like high school football athlete or something like that when the cardiac arrest on the field,
Right.
for whatever reason being. Um, so like I said, it's not uncommon, but at the same time, now post 2020, everything is the poke, man. Everything comes back to that.
Well, here go my question. How do we know that that's actually LeBron James' son? How do we know? How do we not know that that's a clone and that it could have been like part of the biological integrity of the clone failing during basketball practice and it kind of just conked out on the court?
It could have been, man. I mean, because we already established that Jamie Foxx is a clone. That's not the real Jamie Foxx that we're dealing with right now. In case y'all didn't know, that's a clone. So I mean, Rob, you might be onto something concerning Bronny. That's
Listen, I'm gonna
not
tell you
that.
something.
That might not be the real, LeBron James Jr. It just might not be.
If you don't get all of your news directly from social media, I'm talking about Facebook homepage, Twitter homepage, and the world renowned place for the most accurate information, YouTube. You're just not in the know. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of stuff that might go past you or might go over your head. You got to get all your information from social media if you want to actually know what's going on out here.
You have to. You have to. Or else you don't know what's happening. I mean, I literally got all this stuff off of Twitter. Now,
Who can deny it then?
it's irrefutable. It's irrefutable, right?
Right.
Because I mean, like, we could take time to like actually go through like an article, and through like
A what?
ESPN or something like that.
A
We
what?
could exactly. We could take time to go through an article and let's really dive into the facts of what's going on. I could sit here and take time and
We did
just
dive into the
read
facts.
through
We were just
this.
on Twitter.
So who needs this ESPN article? What's the point of that? You know, who cares?
Right.
Twitter X gave us all the answers that we needed.
Right.
You know, and if
Right.
X says that it was the poke, then that's what it was.
That's what it
It
was.
couldn't possibly be anything else, especially given the
Impossible.
fact that DeMar Hamlin responded. Of all people, DeMar Hamlin responded on Twitter. He said prayers to Bronny and the James family as well. Here for you guys, just like you've been here for me my entire process. You all know DeMar Hamlin. We can't forget about that. Didn't
I
they
was
say
about to say
DeMar Hamlin was
he's
a clone
another.
too?
Yeah, I was about to say he's another C word.
Yeah, I forgot about that. DeMar Hamlin's a clone too. That's crazy. So we got all these clones running around out here. Jamie Foxx, DeMar Hamlin. You know, and if we're going off of Rob's theory, Bronny's a clone too.
Yeah.